Warning! This podcast contains frogs. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Once Upon a Time, Season 7, Episode 5, Greenbacks. I'm your host, Dom. Joining me is Jake, Nikki, and Rachel. Oh, it's more than Jake. It's
Jake from the other side.
Oh.
First thing I think in my head was, well, at least it's not less than Jake. You know.
Yeah, more than Jake is not less than Jake. So
90s reference to a band.
What'd you guys think of this episode?
Very interesting. Things are starting to be
Yeah.
Things are starting to be Like the big reveal that Ivy is awake?
Yeah.
Right?
Like, what?
It seems like a lot of them are waking up right now.
I don't know about waking up. I feel like she's been awake the whole time.
She is. She's playing her mom and everyone else.
Yeah. So, up to that point, I was like, you know what? I was right about Ivy. She's better. She's a good person. And then this happens, and I'm like,
you don't know what?
I'm like, Ivy, I had faith in you. Now I don't. Stop it. Just no.
Stop.
It's just like, I can't believe Ivy this episode. Like, that totally got me by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Just when, like, I'm like, oh, a lot of this is the same old, but, like, with a little bit of a twist, and nope, they go and throw this, and it's just, like, blindsided. Mm-hmm. Doing a good job. Writers are doing fantastic this season.
And the witch in the tower, which I'm just going to call her that from now on, witch in the tower, other hobo in the house, I don't know. She's really connected to Ivy. She seems very, like, clingy to her almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's
kind of weird. It's kind of creepy.
I almost feel like Ivy had a hand in this curse. Like, well, she obviously did because she's awake, but I mean more than what Victoria would even think of.
Or maybe she stopped taking her pills.
I'm starting to think now that Victoria didn't cast the curse, that the witch in the tower did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So, with that being said, that Ivy had cut a deal with her prior to the curse being cast to stay awake.
Probably, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Because they're plotting against Victoria as well.
Well, yeah, that's why and that's also, makes me think that witch is really close to Drusilla.
See, Lewis in chat says Ivy is the real villain, and that very well might be the case. She might be worse than Victoria. We don't know yet. No. Like, it's too soon to tell.
That witch was just like, it's like, she was telling her, you're a good girl, your mom doesn't, she's just like, I don't know, it was really kind of creepy almost in a way.
Yeah. And Alex in chat says, hopefully the witch is Mother Gothel, and it seems like that's the direction they're going with, so I'm also hoping that as well.
I know Victoria treats Drusilla, or well, Ivy like shit, Tremaine, whatever. Maybe that's because she's adopted and Anastasia was her real daughter.
It could be. Just because they're Cinderella's stepsisters does not mean that they also cannot be stepsisters of each other, like Anastasia and Drusilla.
Yeah.
That may be the case. Anastasia may be the real daughter. Drusilla was taken in through another marriage, and then Cinderella was taken in through a more recent marriage.
What if the lady up in the tower is actually Drusilla's real mom?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking
because
because
the way she's acting towards her is very motherly. Very.
Yeah. So I don't think Ivy has any idea if that's the case, and she thinks that Victoria is her real mom. So that's why she's trying to gain acceptance of Victoria. Because if she knew she was adopted, I don't think she'd give a shit.
I don't think she'd care.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I was like, Ivy totally caught me off guard. This was like, to me, this is like the season 1 moment where you find out that Rumple may be awake, but you're still not exactly sure. You know,
Well, this is confirmed.
yeah.
There was no waiting around. It just happened, and we were all like, "Oh shit!" There was no like, maybe. It was a definite like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. So, what did you guys think of the? We've been waiting for Princess and the Frog. What did you guys think of Tiana's backstory?
I like it. It was a little bit of reversal.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was reversal in the movie, and then they reversed the reverse, so it's weird shit going on. But I liked it.
Yeah.
I want to see more Dr. Facilier so much.
Can we please?
Well, he's done with that body, so who knows what he's gonna come back looking like now.
What the thing is, like, the whole time he's sitting there, he's talking about the other side. I'm like, please break out into the song. Please, please, please.
He's not gonna break out to a song.
I know, but I was hoping for it because that's one of my most favorite villain songs in Disney ever. I mean, we have Be Prepared by Scar, and then the other side.
One of the big changes though with Tiana is she went from being poor like she was in the movie to being of royalty and then kind of losing status to a degree.
But in the original, she was a princess.
Right.
Yeah. So Disney
the book
flipped it. The Disney flipped it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but we see Ivy was involved there in the past. You know, in the other realm, she's trying to buy stuff at auction. Specifically, Tiana's father's medallion. Excuse me, which was not supposed to be out in the first place. But then they revealed that, you know, if the auction doesn't go well, they might have to sell the castle. So it's like they're really hurting, you know. And I know kind of the appeal to Tiana from the Disney movie is that she came from nothing and it was a struggle and she had to fight her way up. And I don't think this takes away from that.
No. Well, she's kind of doing it in Hyperion Heights. She's poor and she's trying to work herself up. So, I mean, they kind of take both sides, the Disney version and the original there, and they're kind of like mishmashing it kind of together.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then Tiana went to go find Soothsayer on her way. She's being like bombarded by local peasants and stuff like that. They're all like flocking and flooding her, and she's freaking out because she thought she was in disguise.
Well, yeah, that wasn't a very good disguise there, too. But they just think that she could help them because they're so poor, and they think, oh, royalty, she must be able to help us. But, you know, they don't let everyone else know that they're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
No. But yeah, so we get to see Dr. Facilier. Did you guys like him? You enjoy him in this version, or too soon to tell, or would
wanted more? I wanted more so much. Like, I don't think you guys grasp how much I like him as a villain. I don't know. It might be a complete surprise.
A lot of imagery could implement in the damn show with him, and just we can really get into. This is a type of magic that we don't explore a lot on this show.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to explore that. Maybe not voodoo per se, but this is like his own blend of magic. It's a different, interesting, and it's kind of creepy. And
it's definitely connected to a demonic dimension, like not hell or, you know, the underworld, but its own sect kind of thing, where it is just evil spirits trying to get the better of anybody they can possibly get their grubby hands on the souls and stuff. Like, that's the deal.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We didn't get too much on him, but the actor, he was really well written. You got enough of them that you're like, oh, okay, I get what you're going. I get what you're throwing down here.
Yeah.
And he's definitely like the counterpart to like how Rumpel was making a deal kind of thing. He was making a deal with you, but then going back and making a deal with them to get what he wants kind of thing. So
yeah.
You know,
and then the way he left the way he left, like in the very end, it was just so menacing. So it's like, I want him to be the real villain this arc here. Get out of here, Ivy.
I think he's going to be more focused in the second half of the season, because as Alex says in chat, hopefully you guys saw an article that he posted about them incorporating Prince Naveen, Princess and the Frog Prince in the second half of season 7. So, yeah. Okay. But Alex also says seeing Dr. Facilier on TV was a dream come true. He was awesome. I can't wait to dive more into his backstory. And I agree. The little bit we got like 10 minutes or so of screen time of him, and I was blown away. Absolutely fantastic. So.
Yeah.
Well, if they can go into the Princess and the Frog lore, like how they did with Frozen, then I will be extremely happy.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Facilier never had a backstory in the movie.
No.
No, he's just a witch doctor.
Mm-hmm. But he wanted the Tiana's father's medallion, more specifically the ruby that was inside of it, because it has untold power, and he uses that to escape when Tiana threatens. She wanted the frog because we met when we first met Dr. Facilier. He told Tiana to follow the Red Crow, which brought her to the Crimson Crow Tavern, right? And this is where we meet Robert Marius. And I'm like, I don't know who this is. Like, name was not familiar at all. Like, I'm like, I'm trying to think anything from there. I'm like, I don't know a single Bob or a Robert from it. And then it turns out that he wasn't. He was just, another character. Like a minor character, and that he wanted the frog that Dr. Facilier had was his true love, and true love's kiss would bring them back together. And the whole twist of that was he actually wasn't human. He was a frog. He was cursed to be a human. And
see, what I was thinking when this was all going down, because he said something, I kind of misled you when I was talking about my lady love, and I was like, wait a second. Is that frog going to turn into a prince?
That's what I thought.
I thought it was going to be another guy. That would have been
cool. That would have been cool.
I would have been like, wow, this is awesome. Like, that's a twist that, I was only expecting in that very moment.
Yeah. Yep.
But, I mean, them both turning into frogs and hopping away, that's also another twist I was not expecting until that very moment. So, they got me either way.
Yeah, it was really, really good job.
The look on her face was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Later, guys. Have fun.
You're welcome.
All right. She's like, I was not expecting that.
I really like Tiana.
Yeah.
She's so...
I like her way better than Sophia, to be honest. I don't like Sophia. I don't like her I was going to say Storybrooke counterpart. I don't like her Hyperion Heights counterpart, to be honest.
You mean Jacinda?
No. Tiana.
Oh, you mean Sabine.
Sabine. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, who's Sophia? Did I miss something?
Sophia's another show. I'm crossing 2 shows.
Crossing the streams.
Oops. Yeah, Sabine.
Okay.
I don't know. I think they're kind of the same, just a little bit different. Jacinda's character is starting to get on my nerves because she's really whiny and stuff. And I'm like, okay, can we just not have her right now?
This is exactly how I felt about Emma. And everybody was like, oh, come on, Emma's fine. No, she's not. Jacinda and Emma are basically the same person.
No.
They whine and they complain and they don't believe in themselves. They are basically the same person.
I don't know. Like, you have to also remember this is a cursed version. So I think when the curse breaks and she becomes more Cinderella, you're going to see less of that. So don't hold the cursed version against her right now until the curse breaks.
I don't know. We kind of held it against Mary Margaret / Snow White for a long, long, long time. Practically till the end.
It's because both of which were very boring characters.
Snow in Enchanted Forest was great.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Change after the curse was broken.
Yeah. So I'm just hoping that, Lewis, Jacinda also had a traumatic childhood. So, I mean, I guess that's why they are the way they are, but still you're adults and stuff and decisions.
And Tiana's like, she's trying to make the best of it. She's trying to get them out of this hole. And Jacinda's just like, no, we just do this to bare minimum to get by kind of thing. I'm like, listen here, you're not going to get anything if you don't get your ass out there and do it.
But at the same time, Sabine coming and being like, oh, we're going to sell my vignettes. And and she takes all the rent money without consulting. That's not right either.
It's not. But at the end of the day, even after the fire, they made 2 months' rent's worth. I
get it, but
if the fire wouldn't have happened,
it's still a big risk because you don't know if
true.
You would have had the people come for the product in the first place. If you had already...
People love baked goods.
I don't disagree with that, but like, it's all about location, market, all kinds of stuff like that. They're working in Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack. This is where they're baking these things. Like, that, number one, that's illegal.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, instead of calling Wreck-It Ralph on the phone, the Victoria, she should have called Eddie, the owner, and told him, and he would have put a stop to that real fast.
Yeah.
I don't think she knew where to get a hold of him.
Well, even just calling the police and saying there's an illegal operation operating out of this store would have done it. But
she wanted them. She wanted them done in for.
Because by getting rid of Mr. Clucks also means that Jacinda and Tiana are Sabine are out of jobs.
Yeah.
So they have no means of making money. Not only does it stop them making the beignets, it stops them from working. So she wins also by upping the rent 8%.
Yeah.
So like
why was it 8%?
Because
it's a lost number.
Oh God.
I'm so done. Anyways. Also, I didn't catch on the Wreck-It Ralph thing. I didn't.
Really?
No, I didn't. Because I actually did not enjoy that at all, the Wreck-It Ralph movie. I don't know why. I just didn't.
Out and go crawl in a river.
I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I like the game.
Maybe you don't have a heart.
Maybe. I did like the ending of that movie, but the whole build up to it, I was like, no. The thing. So that's why I didn't catch on. And then when I did catch on and we saw the actor, I was like, really? No, he doesn't fit the part at all.
Yeah.
Why? And then I hated it even more because it just didn't fit. In my head, anyways.
Yeah. Lewis says I'm obsessed with Lost. That's partially true.
He's obsessed with annoying us. That's more of it.
No, it's more we have fans that are curious about it. Like Alex brings it up a lot. He brings it up more than I do sometimes. But before we switch gears really quick, the camera that Ivy was watching Victoria on was cam 4, another lost number. But anyway, 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Yeah. Got it.
But yeah, no, like I said, the big problem I had with Sabine this episode, and this is why I didn't care for Sabine. I love Tiana. I think Tiana's fantastic. Sabine just being super impulsive and using Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack to bake and sell their products. That's illegal. Should not have done that. Should not have taken all the rent money without consulting. It's a different story if you talk to your roommate and be like, look, I really believe in this. What do you think? I think we need to go for it and make the decision together. That's a whole different story. But
yeah, she should have came to her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she probably thought that she would be like, what she did. Oh man,
I feel like it would have never gotten done in the timely manner if she would have went to Jacinda first. I'm not saying that it's not right. Like what she did was right, but like I feel like Jacinda would have just dragged it on, and it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it wouldn't have happened if she took to Jacinda first.
Yeah, because I mean, the only reason why Jacinda turned around at the end of the episode was because Lucy was like, "No, Mom, you're being stupid. Like, come on."
Yeah.
Right.
And so, like, when your daughter has to talk sense into you, she's what, 8? She's 8 years old. She has to talk sense into a fucking, who knows, 30-year-old lady.
Is Lucy a lost number? I wasn't aware of that.
She's either 8 or 10. I can't remember.
Yeah, she's in that age group.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's, I don't know. As I know they like to play the opposites. Like, you know, she was a strong character before she lost her memory, but now she's weak. Mm-hmm. But Tiana's not even like that. Tiana's she's pretty close to the same person she was. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, come on now. Can we not do this? We had this with Mary Margaret. Can we just not?
During the events of season 7, Lucy is 10 years old.
Okay, she's 10. Well, still, a 10-year-old talking sense into her mother who's probably around 30. Come on.
It says, however, by some occasions, the show's creators have stated that she is 9, so there's a conflict. She's 9, 10, somewhere around there.
Okay.
But yeah.
9 3/4.
9 3/4.
So, yeah. But, you know, apparently Rogers helped out by supplying them with a truck so they can start the food truck business. And this, you know,
loving Rogers so much.
Rogers is fantastic. He really is. But, you know, like, he had a lot to deal with this episode, too, though. Like, he's still looking for his daughter, a.k.a. Eleanor Gardner.
Eleanor, yep.
And he pulls out the case files. It's not a lot of evidence. It's been a cold case. But we have a drunk guy from Pleasure Island, Cabaret.
I was so jazzed to hear that name.
Yeah, nice reference to Pinocchio there.
Which you would have thought we would have gotten in all the other seasons with having August/Pinocchio in it. Like,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was reference, but like to actually have a place is interesting.
And what was fantastic about it was not only the mention of the name, the Pleasure Island Cabaret, but it was the next line that Rogers delivered that sold it to me. He goes, "Yeah, alcohol turns people into jackasses," and I was like, "Oh, that was boom! Right, you nailed it."
I didn't catch that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eloise, not Eleanor. I must have wrote it down wrong.
I kind of swore it was Eleanor, too. I don't know. Maybe there was another Eleanor in another show, maybe. I don't know.
That's probably
Names
what it was.
are so close.
It was a name.
It's Eloise, yeah, you're right.
She was a
girl.
It was a name. She was a girl. She's lost.
Yeah,
and
Eloise Gardner. Sorry about that.
But I do like the fact that, you know, they did the compass on the guys. He's like, what? It's the for the Seattle Mariners. I'm like, I didn't even think about that. I'm from the North, but I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, dude, it is.
Yeah.
It is?
Yes, the Seattle Mariners has a compass on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's not exact, though, right? It's just similar.
It's pretty close.
It's close,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so, apparently this drunk guy's got a tattoo that's also in Eloise's sketchbook. And from what we understand from this guy, he reveals that it is a very powerful rune that wards off evil.
He said that what was it? How long ago was it? It was 10 years. And that she was a teen when she did this.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in her probably 20s.
Well, that makes sense since, you know, this version of Hook, Rogers, is actually like how old? He's much older than our original Hook version because he never went to Neverland. Neverland. Neverland.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's in her 20s.
Mm-hmm.
She's about, which is cool. So we're going to get actually an older character, which is nice. Instead of another kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was a little disappointed not to see Alice again this episode. I'm really weird about
I was okay
like
with that.
they're not trying to cram too many characters in each
Yeah.
episode. I think that feels great. But at the end of the episode, the drunk guy, he calls someone on the phone and alerts them that someone else is looking for the girl, aka Rogers. So who do you think he made that call to?
The person who's running the Pleasure Island Cabaret.
And who might that be? Don't say some jackass. I will slap you.
I wasn't going to, but now that you've said it, no. Maybe the puppet master from Pinocchio.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Geppetto.
What was his name? No, it's not Geppetto.
Stromboli, that's it.
Stromboli. There we go.
Yeah. I'm hoping it turns out to be like Dr. Facilia or something. Like, I hope it's not Victoria.
No, I don't think it is Victoria. I don't think she cares about this missing.
I don't see I don't see Victoria owning the strip club.
No. Is it a strip? It is a strip.
It's a cabaret. Cabaret.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's old enough to be a dancer, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Mm.
And so I was really sad that we have the highest per capita strip clubs on the side of the Mississippi over here. So yeah, it's quite possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting thing if it is. I don't think maybe they won't make her a stripper. Maybe they'll make her a cocktail waitress or a bartender.
Maybe.
Yes.
Because she doesn't know who she is, so
Yeah.
it is whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it'd make it easier for the network executives because they won't have to have the censors.
Right. Plus, this is on ABC, right? So,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is a cabaret, and that's what they're a cabaret.
Okay.
It's a cabaret. It's a code word. Sorry, guys.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. How long do you guys think Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack is going to be closed for now that the kitchen's set on fire?
I don't know. Is he going to come after them? No, he can't really come after them. He could, but he can't because it's already been proven that it was set deliberately and it wasn't by them. So
Yeah.
But if
he finds out that they were doing the beignets in the kitchen at the time, he can still go after them because that is an illegal act. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of the shit was burned up and there's not that much evidence other than it was an arson.
But then again,
attack,
I have a feeling that if he goes after them, then someone's going to be like, you know what? You're working these girls overtime and not paying them overtime or some shit like that. Which he seems like the kind of sleazeball to do something like that.
Yeah.
Well, originally, Sabine had mentioned to Jacinda, it'll give you time, the 2 months rent will give you time to find a new roommate and a new job. So it seems like she's going to be looking for a new job because they're not going to be able to sit around and wait for, the building to clear up. No, so I think this is the end of...
They're going to do the truck. They're going to set up the truck. That's why...
I feel like they're going to need something else in the meantime. I don't know. At least Jacinda is.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
This is just an excuse to get Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack out of the picture. I'm on to them.
I hope so. I mean...
I can see, the whole entire time it's been there, it's always made me want to have some fried chicken. But
I'm just gonna.
I wanted beignets.
And I'm not bringing this up because we already know that this is a lost reference. But the point is, do not eat at Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack. If this place ever becomes real and it opens, every location, which is now 2, it's only 2, bad things happen in that place. This one got set on fire. The other one had a meteor crash into it. So. Do not eat there at all. Like, bad things happen to this chain.
So just order it to go.
Order it to go.
Or delivered to your house.
Yeah, just don't eat there. So, yeah.
Yeah,
bad.
Uber Eats or, Grubhub or something.
Yeah. Don't ever dine in.
No.
So, but would you guys think of Ronnie this episode? Ronnie, she's got a little snoopy, a little overprotective of Henry.
Which is funny because that's Regina showing through.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's so awesome because she doesn't even realize it until.
And I don't think Ivy knows that she has that picture. I think the person in the tower put it there for her to find.
I think so too. I feel like this witch or whatever she is, she's gonna be like. I know we already said Dr. Facilier is kind of acting like Rumple in a way, but I think she is too. Because she wants to work the system all round so that she walks out with the power instead of other people.
Or maybe she walks out with Ivy. Because I don't know, I still get the feeling that that's her mama or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't think Ivy knew that picture was in there.
I don't think she did either.
So, yeah, that was quite interesting.
If she did, it's part of Ivy's plan.
Oh yeah, definitely. To get back at her mom, I could see that too, but I don't think Ivy knows.
But she also wants Henry. So why would she? Because if she knew that Regina is Henry's adoptive mother, she knows that Regina's gonna get in the way. So I don't think she planted it there. She does not want anybody in the way if she wants Henry that bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just loved when she looked at. She says, "I have never owned clothes like these ever in my life."
And it's so funny looking at her hair. Like looking at her hair from then to now, it's just like she's got a more modernized, hairstyle.
Well, they straighten her hair.
Yeah.
Before straighten her, but yeah, she's like, "I have never worn that." I'm like, "Yes, you have."
Are you sure about that?
Looking at that picture too. I'm sitting there and I'm like, this had to have been a photo that they took for like themselves, like a personal photo that they incorporated in, because the Tron lunchbox was very photoshopped in. That was not. Yeah. I don't know what he was holding, but it was not that lunchbox.
No.
So.
But yeah, she's like, I've never seen this point. He's looking at me, oh shh. Wow. Yeah.
You could see both of their minds were blown when he's like, yeah, this is me. And
yeah, but he took a little while to say it. He goes, like he was like,
he was trying to piece it together. Obviously he can't. So like, it was like a brain fart moment.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Sorry.
What would have been cool if this season started out with, grown-up Henry not knowing, the audience not knowing it was grown-up Henry, and then have this episode reveal that it was young Henry, and you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't think they could have been. It would have been great, but I don't think they could have done it that way with Lucy.
Well, nobody would have, been invested in Henry, but that would have been a good, slap in the face to everybody.
Yeah. No, definitely would have been cool.
I'm kind of on board with Nikki with the whole. I think Ivy might be adopted because the way Lady Tremaine said, she was, I always wanted to raise a daughter, and the way she said it sounds like it was she lost her chance with Anastasia. So she went to like this woman was unfortunate. She was poor and she had a baby and she couldn't take care of her, or even a toddler. I can't take care of it here. You lost your daughter. Take mine, kind of thing.
And the fact that Tremaine is British and Gisela isn't.
Yeah, right. Where'd you get your accent? But yeah, I don't know. That would be a really interesting way for them to go about it, and it really is looking that way. They might be just making us go that way, but it'd be a very interesting way to go.
I just feel like it's easier for us that have been doing this for a while, and we kind of know how the writers work, that we're picking up on hints maybe. So I hope they go that direction, because it would explain a lot about their relationship.
Yes, it would explain a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah.
But it would also be very interesting too.
Yeah. I don't know, I really like the fact that they're adding a very subtle love triangle to this, because usually love triangles are very intertwined and take up the story, like the whole thing. Like, I know that Ashley, that is sitting in chat with us, she's familiar with the Vampire Diaries. That's the whole premise of that show, was built on a love triangle. Yep. And it almost seems like any show that has any kind of character that is destined to forever be in love with this other character that they could never have, it always turns into like a love triangle. But that character likes someone else, and it never is. This is very subtle with this. It's just like, well, you have Henry here, who's definitely something going for Jacinda. Jacinda has feelings for Henry. Like, that's a mutual thing. Henry here may have feelings for Ivy, but Ivy doesn't. She's manipulating Henry. It seems like she's got an ulterior motive plan. But as soon as Henry wakes up, he's not gonna still feel for Ivy. He's gonna, he's gonna go for Jacinda and Lucy. It's gonna kind of be like David waking up, where, he had feelings for Catherine and feelings for Mary Margaret, and when it came down to it, once he woke up, he went to Snow and didn't look back. So that's how that's gonna play out. So
yeah, definitely.
Unless it doesn't, and then I will be very surprised and be eating my words. But
they could switch it all around, and after he wakes up, he's like, "But I like Ivy too."
And then Henry goes dark side.
Yeah, but he's supposedly married to Jacinda. So,
well, in the other realm, they don't have no legally binding contract in this world at all. So,
but still, come on.
It's kind of how we were just talking about.
But we don't know. We don't know where they were married.
I'm assuming in the new realm, because
they could have been married here before the. He could have brought them here. He could have brought her here.
Did they ever get married?
I don't know.
Maybe they're I don't know. I have no idea.
We don't know if they ever got married. Just because they have a daughter doesn't mean they got married. So, I don't know.
This is a family show. They're not going to do that.
I don't know. You should see a lot of the stuff that they pulled on Pretty Little Liars, and that was run on ABC Family.
That's true.
A lot of shit on this show.
Yeah.
People in the show have had babies that have not been married.
Yeah.
Yes, they have. Yes.
So, we don't know. We don't know for sure. I don't know. Overall, I really like this episode. I'm starting to like the season more and more as it goes on. Just the little subtle hints to franchises and stuff that we haven't explored. Like, in this one we got Pinocchio, Wreck-It Ralph. We had reference to Incredibles and a few other Pixar movies, over the last couple episodes. It's just, they're doing a really, really, really good job this season.
Yeah, just giving us little Easter eggs to munch on a little bit. The chocolate kind, not actual eggs.
With the peanut butter?
Maybe.
The Reese's Pieces. The Reese's chocolate eggs. Yeah, you can only get during Easter because they hate us.
I thought in the UK you could get those all year round.
You can get the Kinder eggs.
Lou says, would you guys like it if Henry is in love with Ivy and Jacinda? I don't say I would like it, but I think it would be an interesting way. I think it would be interesting. Not that I would like it, but I think it would be interesting for Henry to move over to Ivy instead. I think that would change the dynamic.
I mean, if he was in love with both, that's an interesting topic that not a lot of shows go into, that you can be in love with multiple people at the same time, because we have explored in this show that you can have multiple true loves, but never really we've never really seen a character have multiple true loves in the same place at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a very soap opera thing to have happen, though.
And then there was
daytime soap operas.
I used to watch those a lot when I was younger, much younger, like 13. Yeah. I was into that when I was 13. What the hell?
Yeah, and they do that.
With My Mother's Child. What's the one?
All My Children.
That one. That one's
gone.
That one's gone. Is Days of Our Lives with Jensen Ackles still running?
No,
No, Days of Our Lives is still going. Yes.
But not with Jensen. Jensen's moved on from that. Long time.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm kidding. I mean, like, I would say, oh, that's the only reason I know about that, but it's not. My mom used to watch Days of Our Lives when I was growing up. I was young, like, every time. She constantly... I guarantee you somewhere in boxes somewhere she has VHS tapes of old episodes of Days of Our Lives
that she recorded on her own.
Oh yeah, no, because she used to record them because she wouldn't watch them every day. She'd watch them like maybe once a week and like catch all up at once. So, you know, I just remember characters that were dead, like dead, coming out of the ground. Like, I'm not really dead, you know. It's like, what? Like zombie people that aren't soap operas. They just weird me out.
I bet you if you watched it now, you'd be like, I remember that character. Because they saw some of the characters still on there.
I probably wouldn't, to be honest, because I never invested any time in sitting down watching it. But it's like, at least with these shows, when like a character comes back from the dead, there's logical reasoning behind it because it's got the fantasy element to it, you know? Whereas on the soap operas, them coming back to the dead makes no sense whatsoever.
Unless they have a twin. Then the twin died, not them.
Ugh.
That's how it always happens.
This show did that shit.
Lewis says, have you guys seen Mexican telenovelas? I've seen a few.
I've seen a few.
I don't understand them, but they're funny as heck to watch.
Probably my favorite take on that is in the final season of Warehouse 13. They did an episode where they were all trapped inside of a telenovela, and it was hysterical. It was one of the best episodes of any like TV show that does that kind of thing, like brings in it. It's very reminiscent to the Supernatural episode where they all went into the TV shows with the trickster. So
I did have like a little Mexican
rubber duck. Yeah. But I also like the double entendre with the title of the episode with Greenbacks, because Greenbacks obviously are money, but it's also the frogs, you know, is a play on that. So it's very, very great.
I think that's only his going to memory.
You got so many duckies, you don't even know.
Oh, Savannah got this from Easter. Someone was giving them out instead of not Easter, Halloween. Someone was getting out instead candy, giving out rubber duckies.
Gotcha.
I give out rubber duckies.
Do you guys have anything else for this episode?
More rubber duckies?
I was kind of hoping we'd get more Rogers, because like they did, you know, he had this couple scenes, but I feel like he could help out more.
Mm-hmm.
And like we saw Ronnie and Henry trying to figure things out. Well, where was Rogers in all this? Like I don't know.
Maybe he took a day off.
Maybe. He was working on a side project because it was the 10-year anniversary.
Maybe.
He's going through obviously he's going through the all the files again. I think that he should like have like Henry look at him or something, or someone else with fresh eyes look at them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to know more about this witch. She's more and more compelling as we go on. Mm-hmm. But next episode is called Wake Up Call. Somebody gonna wake up? And the two characters we're focusing on for backstory this episode is Drizella and Regina. So I don't know if that means together. I do know they have a few scenes together, but I don't know if it's just their story. You know, I don't know. So I'm very curious. But feeling like a third wheel as Henry and Cinderella's relationship strengthens, Regina is surprised to find herself needed by Drizella, who is in search for magic. But when a brutal truth is revealed, it could lead Drizella down a dangerous path. In Hyperion Heights, Ronnie seeks Weaver's help in finding answers, and Tilly offers Rogers some intriguing advice concerning Eloise Gardner. So, we will be getting more Alice next episode. Mm-hmm. Getting more Rumple. And Drizella and Regina. So
We know that Regina is in the New Realm, and Drusilla's there too. So they obviously cross paths. Because, that's when it's going to happen, is back in the New Realm. Because obviously there's no magic in Hyperion Heights, so.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we'll find out that, Drusilla is adopted.
Evil. Or, yeah. Adopted.
Yeah. And then Alex says there's rumors that Rebecca Mader will be upgraded to a main cast member when she returns. So it may not just be multiple episodes. Mid-season finale may perhaps stay with us for the second half of season 7.
I hope so.
That would be fantastic. Rebecca Mader is fantastic actress. I love seeing her.
If there's one person who can who can just stand up to Victoria and tell her she's a bitch to her face, it is Zelena.
Or Charlotte from Lost. Same actress.
Zelena. Character.
But
Zelena is more badass because she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Zelena will fucking chop off her own hand, just to prove a point, and then she will chop off your hand and then slap you the fuck with it.
Talk about backhanded compliments. But no, we're also getting another Lost alum debuting this season. Eric Lange will be debuting this season. He is going. He on Lost he played Stuart Rudzinski, but he will be playing young King Leopold coming up. So it's going to be
young King Dickhead
flashbacks. It's probably has something to do with like a snow kind of episode. Because we still have that coming up. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. So.
I don't know. Let's see. It's turning out to be a little more twisty and turning this season than we had in a while, which is kind of nice.
You know what? Maybe this is where Drusilla learns how to get the magic for this curse. Because of Regina.
It may be. That may be the backstory here. And they may be hinting that Ivy cast the curse and then they're pulling a fast one on us and it's actually Dr. Facilia that cast the curse, or who knows,
Oh, so many speculations.
It could literally be anybody. Gorilla Grodd could come out of nowhere and cast the curse.
No. No.
Please.
Just throwing random DC characters out now, even though Disney owns ABC and it should be a Marvel character.
Mm-hmm.
They will probably own Fox pretty soon.
It's the Incredible Hulk.
It's gonna be Deadpool going, "Oops, my bad." We haven't seen Princess Deadpool riding Maleficent in a while, but I don't want to get him right now.
Yeah.
He's up there though.
Yeah.
This episode, it was good.
Really good.
Yep. But yeah, you guys have anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up there. Jake, where can people find you?
Find me and all of my giggles and gore and monsters and mayhem on YouTube at Jacob Salazar, or you can find me on Twitter. Tweet me throughout the life at ToNowhereland. That is TONOWHERELAND. Join the Nowhereland Society. Excellent. Nikki, where can people find you?
On Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Rachel, where can people find you?
Find me on Twitch at Viking Witch and on Twitter at Viking Witch 76.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all and more on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on both YouTube and Twitch at /ASOTV Podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, games, and movies. Until next time.
Don't get your chicken there.
I will never step foot in Mr. Cluck's Chicken Shack.
Like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight.